Hey guys, this video is to try and help you learn a little bit about what Dwayne and I have been working on. This is a DX6C, which is set up with two trainers. Both of them, the club owns one of them and I own the other one. And we can use this transmitter as the master for either one of those aircraft. And all we have to be able to do then is to set up the other trainees DX radio as a slave on this radio. I'm going to go through, and I hope I do it right because Dwayne's the one that taught me how to do this, and we've been through it a few times, had some problems, but it's not real complicated. First, you got to select the plane that you're going to fly. This time we're going to use my trainer plane. So once you go into systems and you go down to model select, and then you select the model, and then you go down to system settings. Nope, I messed that up. Back up. Go down to trainer once you're in a system. And it comes up and says wireless trainer. Now this is the key part, is where you have to bind the trainer transmitter to this transmitter. This transmitter is already bound to both of the trainer aircraft that we have, the one that's at the club, in the shed, and the one that's at my house. This radio is the master for both of those aircraft. So all you have to do is bind a trainer to it. And then you'll see, as I'm demonstrating now, if you go up to the bind and make sure it's set on Pilot Link Master, go over to the bind and hit the bind button, and the transmitter radio, the receiver radio, now you hold down the push button and you turn the radio on. Make sure you're over 2.5 feet from this one though. The DX do not like to bind if they're too close. Okay, now we had a previous video that I'm going to combine this with, which takes you through the rest of it. That is. Okay, now we're going to try this again. We got it to the point where we're ready to start to hit the bind, and now you see that is the master sending out a signal to bind to the other one. The other one, all you do is hold down your bind button and turn it on, and it is binding bind complete. Okay, now to get it to go to the student, all you have to do is flip on the switch on the very back. Where?
Switch A.
Okay, switch A. Turn it on, Dwayne.
That puts it in student.
That's in student. Now set the transmitter back down and pick up the student, and the student has control over it.
It's all just sticks. No switches work on the student. Only the switches only work on the master.
Okay.
The way this is set up.
If the student gets in trouble, the nice thing about the DX radio is you can touch any one of the sticks, either one of them, either the elevator, aileron, throttle, and it will change it back over to the master. The master has control.
And it actually beeps when it does it.
The student does not have control over it. To give control back to the student, you go back to the switch on the back, turn it off, and when you want the student to have it again, you turn it back on. Then the student has it again. If he gets in trouble again, all you have to do is hit one of the sticks.
And you'll hear this beep when you do.
Yep, and that says
back to the
master. Okay, Test it before you fly it.
And you do have to, in the slave radio has to have a blank model that you select. Or you can set it up as, just call it Richard LeClaire Trainer. You don't have to do anything, but it does have to have a blank model. And you need to check your surfaces. You can reverse the servos if you need to.
Okay, hope that helps.